Hi everybody, it's Mr. Berkey. Happy Monday. I hope you all are having a great day. I can't wait for us to start our writing today. I'm really pumped because this week we're going to be writing our own stories. I've got some silent excitement because I can't wait to read what you all are going to make. Today we are just going to do a quiz about different parts of the story. The quiz is literally going to be everything that I tell you out loud. I'm going to give you every single answer on the video, okay? I am also going to click on 6/1 writing character traits. You have 2 assignments for today because they're both pretty short. This one, you're going to come up with 4 character traits and make a video. There's going to be an example video when you click on it that you'll be able to see. You have to use the scroll bar and scroll down. And then you click the green plus sign to write your own. Please make sure that you read the directions. You're going to say hello, you're going to say your name. Hi, I'm Mr. Berkey. And then you're going to share 4 character traits that you love about yourself. 4 things that I love about myself. I love my eyes. I love that I have really big ears. I had a kid one time tell me that I looked like an elf because my ears were so big. I love that I have really small wrists. And I love that I like to run. Those are 4 things that I love about myself. We want you to be able to write 4 things that you love about yourself because we want to raise each other up, especially during this week, and show each other that we are important and love for who we are, okay? Now, coming back here, these 4 character traits are going to help you actually write your story this week. You're going to be doing the Google form. I am going to really quickly go through this, and it should not be very difficult. I want you to read along with me as I go through and read the directions. The directions actually give you the answers. Shh, don't tell anyone. Ready? We're going to read in 3, 2, 1. A story starts with the beginning. The beginning tells you who the characters are, where they are located, and what the characters want to do in the story. For example, I wrote a story about Moo, a fairy. She's a weird fairy, and Lou, an evil wizard, who lived in Fairy Town. Lou wanted to get rid of the king and queen, and Moo was supposed to protect the king and queen. This is actually a story I wrote in 3rd grade, and I even have an illustration for it. I don't have it for you right now. I'm going to try and ask my parents if they can send it to me, because I think it would be really funny to see how weird my drawing was. Number 1, what is the start of a story called? You should all know this. I just read you the answer. What is it? It's the beginning. Nice. Next up, number 2. Read it with me. Ready, set, go. What is one thing you have to write about in the beginning? Hint, this is a map of Chicago. 1. You have to write what you ate for breakfast. Correct or incorrect? No, it's not in the directions, and it's not in what we read. Nothing about breakfast. 2. You have to write about cats. Is this a picture of cats? No. 3. You have to write about where the story takes place. This is a map. That's where things are. Where the story takes place. It's also up here in what I wrote. I said you have to say who your characters are, where they are located. That's the place. And what the characters want to do in the story. Number 3. What is another thing you have to write about in the beginning? Hint, Sophie is a character in the BFG. Excuse me, which of these talks about characters? 1, 2, or 3? I'm giving you 10 seconds to decide. Which one's correct? Number 1, because it talks about characters. You have to explain who your characters are in the beginning. The way that we're going to be writing stories this week, tomorrow we will start with our beginning. We will write about the characters, where the story takes place, and what the characters are trying to do. We're going to make a story map that plots out what's going to happen in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then we're going to write 3 different paragraphs as the week progresses. And then we will have a full story that you will make a video for and make pictures for. I'm really excited. Number 4. I just need to check and see how much time we have left. We have enough time. Read it with me. Ready, set, go. What is the last thing you need to write about in the beginning? Hint, what do the boys in the pictures want? This one wants a trophy. This one wants to have fun. They both have motivation. They both have motivation. So which one's correct? You need to know where Mr. Berkey grew up? Does that have anything to do with these people? No. 2. You have to write about what the characters want to do in the story. Is that correct or incorrect? If you said it was correct, why is it correct? It's saying want. We have to explain what the characters want. We have to explain what they're going to do, okay? Number 2 is correct. Nice job if you got it correct. I cannot wait to see how well we do with this. Now, read all about the middle with me. Ready, set, go. The middle of the story is the second part of the story. It talks about the conflict, what the main characters have to do to get what they want. For example, in Mr. Berkey's story, Moo has to rescue the king and queen from evil Lou. Then, Moo has to defeat Lou in a magic battle. The conflict is that Lou captures the king and queen, and Moo has to fight Lou to get them back. The resolution is when Moo gets the king and queen back. Okay? Conflict is the bad stuff that happens. Resolution is what happens when everything is happy again. Okay? Read number 5 with me, and then I'm going to give you 5 seconds to decide what the correct answer is. Ready, set, go. What is the second part of the story called? You have to decide. Ready, go. What's the second part of the story called? The end, the beginning, or the middle? If you said middle, shake your hands around. You got it right. It's what we just read about. The middle of the story is the second part. Number 6. What do you have to write about in the middle? I talked about it a lot in this video. What did I just talk about that you have to include in the middle? It talks about the conflict, what the main characters have to do to get what they want. It talks about applesauce, or it talks about hermit crabs. Which one does the middle have to include? If you need to, go up, find it in here. It talks about the conflict, what the main characters have to do to get what they want. If you found that without my help, you are a superstar. I know Ari did it. I know Zayana did it. I hope that several of you are going to do it as well. Number 7. What was the conflict in Mr. Berkey's story? In the story about Moo and Lou, what was the conflict? Was it about cheese? No, there was no cheese in that story. What was the conflict? Was it Scooby-Doo? Was Scooby-Doo in my story? No. Was the conflict Moo having to beat Lou in a magic battle to save the king and the queen? Yes, it was. And if you need to, again, you can always come back up here. Now, I am not going to answer the last 3 questions for you. These 3 should be very simple. They are in the story, and everything is here. I cannot wait for us to write our own stories and to create our own fictional worlds this week. Super exciting. Have a great rest of your day. Please give me a call if you have questions about how to use Flipgrid or how to use this. Remember, once you are done writing this, once you are done with the quiz, please go to 6/1 Writing Character Traits and click on Flipgrid and tell me 4 character traits that you love about yourself. We really want to uplift each other this week and make sure that we know that we are loved for who we are and for where we come from. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.